Hello, I got a new tripod. Hello, this is beautiful. So welcome back. I'm gonna move you a little bit more in a center so you could see the tarot card. So these are the tarot card readings, and the question is, what is the big change coming to your life? Okay. This is a general reading and doesn't resonate to some. It doesn't resonate to some and does resonate to others. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, this is not the personal reading, so don't take it too personally. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can click out and find something else. So tarot card is something that brings in a massive change. Last year, the tarot card brought in the huge pandemic and lockdown in a lot of countries. It's also the pandemic generally, that things happened very quickly and our lives changed. It usually is a sign that foundationally things will shift around. I haven't picked the deck to do the reading, so I have a collection of decks around me, so I'm going to pick some of them from there and go from there. If you are a tarot reader, absolutely fun, or you have a tarot deck, it's a fantastic idea to use your tarot card, the tarot card. Meditate it for 5 minutes before you go to bed on it, and then put it under the pillow and for the next 3 days. So you do it in 3 days, day 1, day 2, day 3. Every night you just take the card, meditate, and then put it on the pillow and dream. So the dreams happen in 3 constructive days. Day 1, you will see where you were. Day 2, the tarot cards show you where you are in very pure, clear kind of way. And it's like if you have any insecurities, it will show you. And day 3, it shows you what is ahead. Okay, so this is a kind of a great exercise to connect with your tarot card. That's exactly what I'm gonna do with my tarot card. So this says structure change. It also says that if you are worried or kind of want to kind of go ahead with something, there could be that you have to go with the flow, okay? That things might not fall in a place as you wanted to. So yeah, there's definite massive change. Like I'm saying, it's usually tarot card means. But what I also want to point out is, you see this sign, okay? This is from the crown falling off. Now, if we are looking at the card of Emperor, what is also Aries sign, and ruled by Mars, Aries, the Emperor is also considered as a Zeus, and Zeus holds the arrow in their hand, okay, that lightning. So this could be that you have caused with your own ego self this change, or this change has to happen and you have to fall off the throne because you're in your wrong life path. This is also ego card, when ego will be very strongly highlighted. So in a lot of ways, it is what doesn't serve you will be taken off by force, or kind of put it in your position that nothing but serves you is taken out of your life, okay? So you have to start to build this ground up again. So it is a very kind of interesting card to have and to use to see what change is coming ahead, because it can be very rough, but it also has a very kind of a nice positive side of it. You have the control, and you probably have created this change for your life yourself. Now, let's get to the readings. Hello, Libra. This is your reading. So let's see. We're gonna use the quantum deck, quantum energy oracle, to see what is this change. What's the tower moment in your quantum field? And we're gonna read a little bit more of an energy on there. Yeah, these ones do want to come out. Which one? This one. Ooh. The sacred temple, decrease and conflict. This is a personal development issue. Let's say it this way. I do sense there is something, let's say if you're very spiritual, you will find a bit of an inner conflict within yourself. How do you pursue your spiritual journey? Whatever it is you do, Libra. You have like increased desire to go a little further with your work, but you're gonna hit with a conflict with the mind and ego, because this is also an ego card, will hit in there, and you're kind of like, how can I go further? Because I need like a proof. I need my mind to kind of set in, or my mind set out. Either or, I need a kind of an explanation for that. This is the first thing what comes off bat, but we're gonna look at it again, because we have, this is like a cycle. There is an increase of, it could be like synchronicities coming in, but you're like trying to figure it. Event is like mindful kind of situation. Now the conflict would be deceit. The conflict is to do that someone, like I do see straight away, like a false guru, or someone who you thought would have been a little bit kind of a good role model, and now it comes out that that person is not actually that highly and lit. Yeah, it's so you're kind of in a very, it's a loss of guru, or loss of kind of a belief that you're, that more I do see it's like an inner conflict. I also feel here it's like this, it is a spiritual awakening moment here for you, Libra. Someone else got it as well, that they have spiritual kind of epiphany, and they would be questioning everything what happens. So it's a similar kind of energy. There is like this, the seed card here is like you nearly have a problem with being imposter syndrome as well. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna pull this a little bit. Yeah. So you could kind of feel that you're a little bit imposter, or that you're not spiritual enough. Now there is no such thing. Honest to God, if anyone tells me again that you're not spiritual if you eat meat, everyone screams, even the plants, if you eat them. So it doesn't matter, okay? But there is just kind of this feeling that, if there is this tower moment, this is like an ego death. Something what you have believed is going to be crushing down, and it's gonna cause a conflict on what you have thought is a truth is coming down as no truth at all. So there is like this feeling defeated, feeling that you have been brought into an environment and made you believe on someone or something to be true, and then you find out that they were deceiving you just to kind of for their own ego fulfillment. Okay, let's clarify these cards. So I'm gonna like to clarify with what the tarot. Okay, we have one. We have here. Yeah, King of Swords. Someone who you thought would have been knowledgeable. Now this is the thing. Like again, I see a false guru, or someone who would have looked up as being your Lama or Buddha or any kind of a, or even a teacher. Very strongly, it's like someone who you have trusted to give you kind of a guidance, and it comes out that they're false in a lot of ways. They are, no, it's Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like, okay, Seven of Pentacles comes in as a little bit like advice. So it's like a false guru, false god, having a bigger god complex than they actually has achieved. It also could be to do, because I have a sacred temple here, I do sense you looked up to that person, and that's why I'm kind of feeling like it could be someone who you, if it's to do with your spiritual path, but it also could be to do with your work or your person in your life. It's someone who you look up to, who you thought is the one who can teach you and increase you all your well-being. And as much as it's like, because you have ascended in a higher level, and then you're starting to like, hang on, I don't feel connected with this person because it seems like they're only one-sided. But this card, the Seven of Pentacles coming up here, is saying it's not all failure. It's just you've gone past it. It's like they've hit the level and there has some ego issues there, what they have to release before they can ascend further. You've increased more of your work. You've increased your energy levels so you can go past it. I know it might be conflicting for you and might kind of cause you a bit of a kind of an inside growl. You might be giving out growl inside of you, just you're giving out to yourself. You're a bit of in disbelief. You feel deceived, but it's actually that you have gone, just that's, this guru has given you everything what they can, and because they have their own blockage, that's where it stops. So you need to find a new person, or the person, like if you're looking, if the person is ready, the new guru will come in. But this cycle will end there. And it is a very hard cycle for you. But it says like that all the knowledge what that person can give it to you, you have gained. Nothing to be worried about. I used to watch one of those about 2 years ago. I found a good spiritual speaker, and I still follow him in a lot of ways, but I can't watch any more of, it's at one point he spooked me out a lot of ways, because it was deceiving. So I know this energy, but it is like I had to just kind of that's it. I'll take what resonates with me and I'll move forward from that, because that's where my cycle ends with that person. Okay, I'm increasing, I'm going on a different level, and I need a new guru, new teacher, new guidance or new guide for myself. So I had to move past it. It's normal cycle of life, but we can, when we get very attached to our teachers, we can cause us to think that we have deceived. Now, it is coming you as a bit of a whack on your face, and I do sense there could be a words exchange. There could be a bit of a conflict, even in a real life. It could be an argument, a little bit like in a Facebook kind of typing, like argument, or it's differences of opinion, and that can cause the situation to escalate and you feel like you have been robbed. But it's only because this person, your path is like you have gained all the knowledge what you need from him or her, and you need to move forward. Okay, so let's kind of clarify the deceit here. Can we get a clarification card for deceit? Whoa, there's a lot, but I'm going to take them all. Yeah. Okay, it does say, yeah, it's time to move on. I don't sense, you might be feeling a little bit that it's not going to go anywhere, or you're kind of you want to kind of cut that person out of your life. It's a lot of it here. But they do say is not at this time, okay? There is actually more growth coming in from that person when they start to see world in a different way. In a lot of ways, you might become now, in some ways, their teacher by stepping away and not forcing anything more forward. Learn what you got from that experience. Also this kind of a conflict, that change, that tower moment, because it will give you more experience to pick your next guru or teacher who comes in your life. It's more of the connection what you had with that person, not about that much of the deceiving. The deceiving part is like, none of us is perfect. So you can't be holding on something against someone because they're just human, okay? So it's like we all have our egos, we all have our energetic blocks. There are some things, some shadows where we never really fully left. For me, like let's say personally, I know negative talk to myself, a negative thought pattern is continuously what I am working on. And that's because my mom, when I grew up, would criticize me every time when I did something wrong. And that's why I criticize them for not being perfect. At the same time, understanding that there is no such thing as perfect. We're just conditioned, and like everyone has a different condition. So we can't expect everyone to understand us exactly how we are. So it is something to learn, but this is learning the experience, getting things out from you, kind of like getting things out of the situation, getting the kind of going back and understanding of the feeling. Why did you even connected with that person? But I do sense it kind of clouds you a little bit, kind of clouds your even your feeling of self-love and self-care. You're like, how could I be in full? I do sense you're giving out to yourself quite a lot. But you have to kind of learn that this is a lesson too. It's nothing to do that that person is bad or you being silly or yeah, you're being like played or feeling that you're innocent and naive to even trust that person. It's nothing to do with that. You just, this was footage so you could get the growth out of it and learn to look at the world in a different angle. The Hangman card here, we have actually Hangman, Lovers and Justice. So these two are telling me that you're closing off this communication, especially, but you're really strongly stuck in why did I meet this person? You can't find the balance in there, the yin and yang in a lot of ways. You can't understand why did you meet. You can't see the experience of the situation. It's good to have this experience from the situation. If you are going to be the Hangmans, the Lovers are both in upside down, you need to kind of start to see this in both ways, in different angle. I know it's hard, especially if you're hurt, but it has to be done. And because it is to do that this is full receiving and giving kind of a situation. You're actually gaining more out of the situation because we also have a 7 of Pentacles here. I do sense some of you might have to give something back to that person. And when you're meeting them up to give them back or their belongings, or maybe it's a relationship, I don't know. I don't feel love relationship here. I do see partnership or kind of a guru kind of teacher who you looked up to. Maybe you have to give them paperwork or they will give you something back as apology, even so it's not here a little bit. But it's more like they will give you appreciation of your loyalty up to that moment. Okay, so let's get you some timing. What is my timing for the Libra for this Tower moment? Can we get some timing for Tower moments here? For Libra, thank you. Ooh, yes. Ooh, nice. We have negotiation and revision. Like I said, things might not fully wrap up for good. There is a negotiation, so I do sense, like I said, you will come back together to have a bit of more of conversation there. So Black Moon in Air is straight away. Next Black Moon in Air is Gemini. And this is coming, where is 2021? Black Moon, March, April, May, June, is June 10th, okay? I'm going to actually read a little bit more about that. Full Moon. With Gemini, even the most active and able mind must take time to rest, replenish, and regroup for the challenges ahead. Pause a while, above all, engage in no rash action during this time. So it is like, if this is happening, it probably happened now, or it could kind of get conflicted. So take time out around June. Was it the 10th of June? To kind of revise, no, 10th. Black Moon, yeah, June 10th. It could be a significant time for that, where you just need to take time out and kind of look at it with a bit of a kind of an open mind, what is actually happening. So we have also the balsamic waning Earth Moon, balsamic. And that comes in July 5th with negotiation card, and that would be in Taurus. So I do sense it's like, if you have any kind of conflict, it might come in around end of May, June, start of June. And you take the time out and to negotiate or kind of have a communication again with that person around in July. start of July. So you're kind of coming together, you're starting to see and look at things in a different, have a like a heart-to-heart conversation. So that's all I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope it resonated with you, and I hope to chat to you soon. Bye.